so they don't have to hang y'all upside down on crosses no more. I want to speak on the topic of mental genocide, because they don't have to hang you upside down on crosses no more. Which is funny, because I was watching this one video today speaking on pretty much how the glitz and glamour came to be. Right? So what I thought was funny about it, mainly, was that these individuals came from another country because they wanted to get away from the Russians. And so they come over here to America do their best to work their way up. Try to pretty much, from what I've seen, it seems to me like it's like they're just doing their best to fit in, or wanting to fit in. And since they weren't able to fit in, they decided to make their own thing, right? And so these people, didn't really have business in, like, media or electronics. They didn't have business in anything other than mainly like shoes and like little shops and stuff like that, to where they had to market certain things, and pretty much they would just have little markets and shops and stuff like that. And that's how they came into starting movies and things like that, because when they finally decided to get into those things, it was essentially them making commercials. I'm not sure if they knew it at the time that they were doing, of course, but that's what they were doing. They're essentially just making commercials. They were advertising for the things that they made. And the way that they did it, essentially, they tried to make movies off of the fact that that's, essentially like how it was, So, pretty much then, it was them doing that and pretty much trying to get their foot in the door, have people like them, and pretty much take over it was because it's like watching like King Kong and stuff like that. It's this narrative that we've been through something, and now you have to see how bad it is for us, and look at us overcome whatever we've overcome, right? Well, like I said in the last video, it's very, 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 extremely, unequivocally difficult to keep up an image It's just hard. And so you're sitting here trying to make movies, attempting to make yourself seem like you're holier than thou, and that the only thing you're trying to do is get in the in crowd or be the in crowd because you never got a chance to do it before. Which I find pretty funny that the people that, govern us today, it seems like, what I'm saying, they all ain't. But clearly I don't need to speak on it. So they make the videos, they do the movies, and I find it is, I do think it's kind of interesting how it's so difficult to talk about this. Like, I'm really trying to piece all this together. Because, like, I just watched this whole documentary today. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder, man. My freaking phone. Crack that monkey, so now it's hard to do anything. So, like I say, so these people hold up this image that they have, that they're pretty much not doing anything wrong. And it even went into like the courts and stuff like that, of how it's kind of like not true, that you're very much doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. And there's a lot of people in the places, that they're in, that don't need to be there, but so these individuals market these things and make it seem like, so like now that they're in, it's weird, like they have to continue to say that they're still like oppressed and still bring up that they're oppressed, even though they've been running things for years now. They kind of have like this hold, right? Like I said, I'm trying to piece all of this together because it's very difficult when you have these many years of people being able to, like I say, they came over, and it's pretty much with this hard-nosed attitude because they had it so rough. But like I said, we're dealing with Russians and things like that. from their lands. And so now they come over here with this hard pressed, hard nosed, we need to make some of ourselves. We've been oppressed, we've been hurt. Just to like flip the table on everyone and kind of like oppress people. Which I made like one of the reasons why I made the Revenge of the Nerds one. Cause it's like you come over to try to like, you know what I'm saying? And now it's going from them being oppressed and woe is me in their movies, like I said, like King Kong and like that, where, you know, you want to sympathize with the monster essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a lot to piece together. So they move on, right? And now it's movies that, because you can't continue to say, you know, that you're oppressed anymore, that you now make movies about everybody needing to come together because we're all fighting this one thing. Like Independence Day, for an example, you were all fighting this thing that's gonna like eradicate us, so we all need to come together. But only certain people really know the answer. And I think also like Superman, I know I'm bouncing around, but I know also like Superman, them saying that, it made a good point of them saying that you don't, like Superman is a type of a, you know, he came from a foreign land, you know, he needs to be accepted. He put on a suit and tie to be all mild-mannered and everything like that. And all he needs to do to continue to have this persona be hidden from everyone of who he truly is he needs to just be mild-mannered. That's all he has to do. So if as long as Superman can continue to uphold this image that he's some super cool mild-mannered dude that has no superpowers or no powers over the people, you know, he doesn't want to give any like thing away to say that he has all of this power over, you know, individuals. Really, it seems to like, you know, they want to say that over everyone, because clearly no one else is like Superman on this earth. He's from Krypton, you know, this special thing. And so I find that interesting, that life is this game of images and things like that. And people trying to uphold images, because I'm thinking of like mainstream celebrities and people that are like, you know, high profile right now. And it's just, you know, especially like I'm saying, like the rap hip hop community, things like this. But it's all for $1, right? And it's like, you know, it was also funny that in these movies, these people would hire, even though like in the military back in the day, there weren't like black people working with like these type of people in the military. You know, it wasn't a mix of people like that, Indians and Mexicans and everything. But in the movies, they would put that, like that the black man would essentially like, because in most it is this theme, right, that essentially black people were like the front runners of, you know, because, you know, you can sing, you can dance, you could act really well, you could, you know, there's a lot of things, that attributes that you know, these people have that, you know, the people that started all of this don't have. You know, they just know how to get it, they know how to talk, they know how to direct, they know how to give people that, you know, whatever direction, not even spark or anything like that, just direction really, I guess, or just whatever. But, the talent was, of course, not with them. And so, you use the black man as the front runner of whatever corporation you have. So there's a lot of clues, There's a lot of clues. You just got to see it. But it was something about, like, I can't remember the name of it. It was Hollywood. How they started. So I don't remember how it goes. Something like that. It was how it all, whatever. I don't know. I remember how I said it, but. Oh, but that's what I was saying. Okay, so that's the whole thing I'm trying to get to too. Mental genocide is huge because that's essentially what it's going on. Is that they no longer need to beat you over the head anymore, things like that. They can essentially just use this, like they use these narratives essentially to misguide you, and it plays out in so many ways where you don't get a chance to ever get to them. You know how the dude's got like the board, and he's got all the pins and the lines of the people who he, you know what I'm saying, like, for some reason, no matter what you do, you can never get to the people that are doing it, that are really like at the top. The one, we had the one picture or the three pictures or whatever. You don't have those. You will never, you know what I'm saying? Not saying never, but it's very difficult to be able to find those people that are really like making it happen. But you can always find the individuals that are right in your face. You overlook them as if they're not there, but I mean, they're on your TV screens, they're on YouTube, they're on all kinds of platforms and things like this, and you don't really think much of it. Or, people are really noticing nowadays, I'll say, finally, that, something's fishy, you know what I'm saying? People are noticing something nowadays. It's kind of weird, especially with the Writers Guild thing going on, and, people really, it's kind of odd that, it's just certain celebrities are getting all this fame and attention and money and things, and, and the little guy gets nothing off of making that mountain for this person to be that, to put them up on a, like, people forget that the whole reasons why we would big people up, and now we don't even have that more because most people are bigging people up that are for the big guy. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer for the little man. Like, the whole reason why we would bring up somebody like a Kendrick or somebody like that, where we think a J. Cole, we think, oh, but then before you know it, they just turn it for the industry, and it's like, dude, the whole reason to bring you up is so we could all come up too. And now it's only you, and it's like, that's cool and all, but so, like I say, it's all a thing to where you can't get to them. And I hope the movie references or the documentary references made enough sense to where it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's sad that you can't speak out. You can't say certain things, like I said before, without being questioned or, condemned, something. Like, you're going to get the short end of the stick trying to give you a truth or really seeing what's going on. Like, people not going to like you, oh, you don't like this rapper or this person, or you don't like this dude or that chick, you don't like these people, you don't like this group, oh. It's like, dude, it ain't even hate like that. I'm just trying to show you something so you don't go down some rabbit holes and some bull that you don't feel like you don't need to go down. You think you need to go down, you don't need it. I'm trying to save you from shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I would look at it if somebody's hating and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yeah, man. Like, it's weird that I'm trying to help you out in a weird way. You don't see it, but you're on the. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen you remember SpongeBob, the Goofy Goober, when everybody got the fucking pail? You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, doo-doo, they got the little beep. I'm trying to save you from being a fucking chum, yo. You know what I'm saying? Hate if you must. I get it. The trauma process is a wild ride. You know what I mean? I get it. But to hate on a person just because they're trying to help you out and you don't see it, which I say is, like I said, it's tough. Especially when you live that world so long and you only know what you know. It's tough, because you just gotta hold on. You just gotta believe. Oh yeah, I want to do that one too. Because it's pretty much the same thing, man. But all you gotta do is believe, and that's good enough for them. You believe it, they can continue to make movies, music, whatever the case may be. You continue to believe, because that was the whole thing, is that you would have reverence for the movies that they make. You would just be like so elated, oh my god, I've never seen this before. Like, wow, somebody's on our camera. Woogie woogie wow, ooh, somebody's doing this on a moving picture. This is a series of images. They got a personality. Oh my god. I don't have that kind of personality. Not me, them. They got all the cool stuff. I can't do that. And that's all it's ever been. The dude even said, you think it's all technical mumbo jumbo and all this crazy stuff that you got to do. I don't even know how to do all this stuff. It's like, dude, can you make them laugh? Can you make them cry? Can you make them feel something? That's all it is. And I'm like, yo. You know what I'm saying? So it's once again the tit for tats, the he say, she says, the back and forth, is the trauma, drama, llamas, it's the gossip, and this and that and the third. That's all it is to get you wrapped up. And like I say, it's kind of, it sucks because our mental is like on a decline. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on a decline. Like down to that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, anybody will fuck over anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and for nothing. And of course, it's gonna be always be from the top down. So even in the lower levels, if you may not be a celebrity, you may work just a 9 to 5, you may just whatever. You can play out the same energies, and it sucks because you don't even realize it. But you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cutthroat people, and that's what they. And again, like I said, I see all the points that they made in that little documentary. It was like, and they came in this mug cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? Like they realized it was already a cutthroat game, and they realized that they needed to, catch up. So, backwards. They need to catch up. And so once again, it plays out. It plays out. But if you have people that make movies that don't want to be cutthroat, that have a whole nother agenda, that don't want to be like that and rule people and have this whole I want to just be in the it crowd and you can't get here and I got this and you ain't got this because you used to treat me bad. You used to treat me so bad, and now I got the power and I can treat you bad. Me, I can treat you bad now. I mean, it's truly some childish shit. It's childish. We're ran by childish people, so I mean, just imagine, right? I mean, that's literally what we're ran by children, mental children. And so, like I said, it's a mental genocide. Like, people that rule only rule their people. So if you don't think you're still in a rulership, if you don't think you're not, like, if you don't think you're being ruled, like, if you think you're free, you can't be. Did you realize that if you try, once again I broke down, to get outside of a mental state, like, especially nowadays, you are on the outside. You are an outsider. Do you not get that? You know what I mean? Like, you get put up, bro. People don't know you are this, and if you don't meet quotas, if you don't meet quotas, you know what I'm saying? You out. People got to be cool with you. Even if they ain't cool, like, of course you ain't gonna be meeting everybody. You ain't gonna be friends with everybody. But people don't rock with you. People ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And so if you have a whole nation against you because somebody told you that that's not it, that ain't it. What they're doing ain't it. They actually going against everything. They're going against God. They're going against America. Do you not get that? And I thought that was so funny. That's what I wanted to say too. These people came from another country, gave you a new idea of what the American dream is, and now will kill you. They will feel like for their dream. Like how you do that? Like flip what they like the whole American dream that was already set in place. Flip it on his head through movies, and then will kill you. Whether it be your character or you for that dream. And it's not even the American dream or what it was. You know what I'm saying? They created a whole fantasy land and said, this is now the American dream. And I will fight you tooth and nail. For that dream. That is bro, like, yo, bruh. Like this country literally was invaded silently. Infiltrated silently, yo. I mean, hats off, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I get it, man. I see it. I mean, what do you do when a a nation is just blindly just. I mean, what is a celebrity, bro? What is a celebrity, man? These people don't even want you to worship them and you can't help it. Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy. As soon as I started this thing, I felt like, man, this is gonna be heavy. It's heavy because it's a lot. It's true because it's like we're getting caught on so many sides because you know what I'm saying, they're protected by certain musicians, certain movie stars, and things like that have to also continue to keep up a good guy image, and so it's very difficult to go against these people. You can't go against certain names and characters like some straight Mortal Kombat without you know, if you ain't well equipped, you gonna get your ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You think you build up enough HP and your skill levels and your whole, you think you stocked up. I mean, you think you got the best, coldest character in the game, and then you think you can go against somebody. You know what I'm saying? You hear about it all the time where people make a little bit of money, get a little fame, this and the third, and they think they can take on something and still get whacked like it's nothing. Michael Jackson, rest in peace, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Most celebrities, most people that, you know what I'm saying, once again, you like I say, you try to speak your truth, and it don't end well. So do not end well. Do not end well. So yeah, man, mental genocide is upon us. There's no more war, really. If it is, it's probably like staged of some kind, or it's blown up to be more than what it is. But it's once again, what I mean is more of a scare tactic than I mean, it's always been that way, and that's my deal. Is you know what I'm saying? These people have started in film, and advertisings. Advertisements and things like this. Like, this is what they started in. So you got to think, well, what are they the best at? Military people are the best at being the military people. But who runs the military? Entertainment people are really good at doing entertainment, but who runs the entertainment business? Teachers are really good, but who runs the education business? These dudes aren't what they are. You know what I'm saying? They're just advocates. What is that one where it's like some type of finance thing, but it's like a equity. It says like equity something, whatever. I don't know if it's Rock or some black dude owns it or something like that. And it's like, but you hear equity something whatever, and you're like, well, when you look into it, it's just a finance company, and it's really just a support company. Like, it's just supporters. Like, this dude's got a lot of money, and he says, hey, I support you, and I give you some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like they don't do much else other than, hey, go do what you need to do. You know what you're doing, right? Nah, screw that. You know what you're doing. Look, I just need you to do this. Can you do that? Do that. Okay, cool. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, You got to think in that mindset like a movie. They're directing these things. They're not doing much else. They don't know much else, and they you know they don't have an imagination, and that's, you know, if you don't have that in this world, you kind of. And so the game is sewed up, but only because, you know, they had time and nobody else thought about it. You know, you know what I'm saying? Not because, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, you could do it. You just, you know, haven't thought about it. And that's what this is, because we need less people to be a part of this mental genocide. So. Yeah.